The Dance of the Fire God is a sword fighting technique and breathing style that is used by the Kamado family in Kimetsu no Yaiba. Tanjiro Kamado, the main protagonist of the series, uses this technique when fighting demons as a demon slayer. It is an incredibly powerful form of fighting and is almost unstoppable when used by a well-trained person. There's a lot to know about the Dance of the Fire God, and it has a long and complex history in the mythology of the series. The founding and use of the dance, along with the ways that it has continued, are important parts of Kimetsu no Yaiba. Number 13. The Kagura. The Japanese name for the Dance of the Fire God is the Hinokami Kagura. A Kagura is a ritualistic dance in the Shinto religion. Practitioners of the religion perform these dances to honor the gods and the spirits. The original Kagura was performed to entice the sun goddess out of a cave. In Kimetsu no Yaiba, this idea heavily influences the Dance of the Fire God, which is disguised as a Kagura to hide it from those who would like to see it destroyed. Number 12. Created and perfected by Yorichi Tsukikuni. Yorichi Tsukikuni was a legendary demon slayer whose strength and talent are unparalleled. Even when he was just a child, he was able to defeat older opponents and eventually killed more demons than anyone else when he's an adult. He created the sun breathing style, which was then branched out into the other breathing styles. Yorichi also came up with the 13th form that was almost able to kill Muzan Kibutsuji. Number 11. Only 4 people are known to have mastered the technique. Currently, there are only 4 people known to have mastered this technique: Yorichi Tsukikuni, Sumiyoshi, Tanjiro Kamado, and Tanjiro Kamado. Number 10. Breathing styles. Yorichi, who developed the sun breathing, went on to teach it to students who learned under him. However, each pupil has a different approach to fighting, and he therefore adjusted the styles to better serve and work for the student in question. In this way, he created a lot of different kinds of breathing styles and techniques. Number 9. Yorichi and sun breathing. Yorichi Tsukikuni was a prodigy demon slayer and has likely never been surpassed in strength, power, and talent. As a child, he was able to defeat grown, trained opponents, and as an adult, killed more demons than anyone else. He created the sun breathing style himself, which was then adjusted into other breathing styles as well. He also created the 13th form that was almost able to kill Muzan, the first and strongest of all demons. Number 8. Muzan's scars. Yorichi was almost able to kill Muzan in battle, despite Muzan being the most progenitor of all demons, and the most powerful one. He used the 13th form of sun breathing in order to do this, and Muzan only survived because he ran away. But Yorichi's use of sun breathing wounded Muzan so badly that he has scars all over his body, none fading even though it has been hundreds of years since their battle occurred. Before, I just wanted to tell you guys that we are going to do a giveaway on this channel as soon as we reach 15k subscribers. Right now, we are at 14k, and it is very possible we can hit this mark with this video itself. Just make sure you like this video to increase its reach, which will help us get it to 15k subs ASAP. Number 7. Moon breathing style. Kokoshibo, Yorichi's twin brother, wanted to create an opposing breathing style to Yorichi's sun breathing, and therefore created the moon breathing style. He attempted to destroy sun breathing altogether after becoming a demon by killing anyone who used it. But he didn't know about the Dance of the Fire God keeping it secret. This story of the sun and moon styles is reminiscent of the story of the Shinto deities Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi, the sun goddess and the moon god. Talking about moon breathing, we have a special video explaining everything about the moon breathing and its owner Kokoshibo in detail that you must watch before the upcoming season 3. You can see it here, don't miss it. Number 6. Sumiyoshi. Sumiyoshi is one of Tanjiro's ancestors and the first member of his family to learn the sun breathing technique. After watching Yorichi dance the sun breathing style one last time, he memorized the movements so that he could keep it alive. With him began the tradition of fathers passing the technique down to their sons under the name of the Dance of the Fire God. He also was given the Hanafuda earrings that would also be given as an heirloom. Number 5. Kanji. The Dance of the Fire God is the same as the sun breathing style, which is eventually revealed in the series. The relationship between the two, however, is hinted at through the very names of the techniques, at least in the original Japanese version of the series. The kanji for the word sun and the kanji for the word fire are pronounced the same. He, foreshadowing that they might be connected even before viewers find out for sure. Number 4. Sun breathing disguised. Sun breathing is the original breathing style, and it is actually the same style as the Dance of the Fire God. When Kokushibo tried to kill off all the users of sun breathing, he couldn't figure out why the technique seemed to persist. This is because the Kamado family continued practicing the technique in secret, using the name Dance of the Fire God to hide the actual nature of the breathing style from Kokushibo. Number 3. 13th form. There are 12 forms in the Dance of the Fire God that can be used together or separately during battle. Then there is also a 13th form, which was created specifically to kill Muzan and destroy his vital organs, which he can move around using his shape-shifting ability. To use the 13th form, the user has to perform the first 12 forms in quick succession repetitively. This increases the user's stamina, accuracy, and agility, allowing him to move more quickly and land more careful blows. Number 2. Raging Sun. Tanjiro and Daki's confrontation was one of the more anticipated face-offs of the Demon Slayer Entertainment District arc. Locked in combat against the Upper Moon 6 demon Daki, Tanjiro's sword started chipping while parrying attacks as he came to the realization that he was inherently unsuitable for water breathing. By this point, Tanjiro had already connected Hinokami Kagura to the legendary sun breathing that the former Flame Hashira, Rengoku Shinjiro, tells him about. Despite the negative repercussions that his body faced, being unable to keep up with the powerful technique, Tanjiro decided to use it. He unleashed 2 horizontal attacks against Daki's demonic Obi, calling the attack Retsujitsu Kokyu, or Raging Sun. Number 1. Kamado Family. The Dance of the Fire God is only known and used by members of the Kamado family. It is a dance and technique that is taught by a father to a son, and it is therefore passed down through generations in this way. Once it is learned, a family heirloom, the Hanafuda earrings are also passed down, and are worn by the son when fighting in battle and to show that he's learned the technique. Concluding all this for you, Tanjiro's Hinokami Kagura or sun breathing was the first breathing form of all, created by the legendary demon slayer Sugikuni Yorichi. Sun breathing mimics the sun in its movements and techniques, and is versatile enough to be effective against various kinds of demons. While sun breathing has 12 forms generally, Yorichi created an unnamed 13th form specifically for killing Muzan. By the way guys, you know who Muzan's favorite upper moon is? No, it's not Upper Moon 1, 2, or 3, it's nah. You have to watch this video if you really want to know.